$20,000 in just 18 days. That's what one of my members by the name of Garrett Berry was able to generate with my marketing campaign, which by the way, you can get access to if you just click on the link in the description of this video. I'm actually going to show you a case study, a live case study that I've recorded with him because I was so blown away with his results that I literally had to call him up and invite him to do a case study for you guys so you can hear from Garrett himself and see what has he been doing to generate these types of results. And I want you to hear from him directly. And before we get into it, I want to preface and say that, look, these results are not typical. I am not in any way guaranteeing or insinuating that you're going to make 20,000 in 18 days. He's been using my marketing campaign, and you can use the same exact marketing campaign if you click the link in the description, but it's really up to you what you do with it, right? If you follow my instructions, I'm going to show you exactly what you need to do, what type of traffic you need to send, and how to do it, but it's really up to you to actually roll up your sleeves and send the traffic. I basically handle everything else, sending out the emails, sending out the invitations to the webinar, and pretty much everything that needs to happen. And it's the same exact system that I use, that Garrett uses himself, and the same exact system that you could use too, the same exact marketing campaign. So with that being said, I am super excited to share this stuff with you guys. Let's jump straight into the case study. My hopes is that it will give you the information that you need to make an informed decision whether you want to leverage my entire affiliate marketing campaign in your business, where basically I do the work and you are the one that gets to keep all the commissions. All you need to do is just three things. Number one, after you finish watching this case study, click the link below and go check out the webinar that I've prepared for you. Number two, you need to set up your system. It takes about 10 minutes, probably less, but 10 minutes of you copying and pasting some stuff, activating some programs, and basically that's all the setup. And number three is you need to send traffic to your marketing campaign. I could give you the best campaign in the world, but if you don't send any traffic to it, nothing is going to happen. I do help you with this, but there's still some things that you need to do on a daily basis. 15 to 18 minutes per day should be plenty, but obviously you do need to send traffic to your marketing campaign. And I'm going to show you the results that Garrett has been able to do. In fact, I'm going to let him share all of this himself with this case study we're about to jump into. So let's go ahead and let's get started. Hey everyone, it's David Dekel. I will have a very special guest today for you guys and a very special case study. I have Garrett Berry here, who is from the United States but is now living in Brazil. Garrett, how's it going?
Great, man. How you doing?
I'm doing awesome. You know, guys, the reason I wanted to invite Garrett today is because he's had incredible results with a brand new campaign that I've just released. Personally, I've had amazing results, and I'm very happy to see that members are having great results. And that's why I wanted to do this case study for you guys, because Garrett has some really incredible numbers to share with you guys. So I want to start off with a case study and share with you exactly how he's been doing it, what's been happening. So hopefully this will give you the motivation, inspiration, first of all, to know that this is possible. And secondly, also to see what are everyday people able to do, like myself, like Garrett, like many other members have been able to completely change their lives with a very simple marketing campaign that's been generating results pretty much on autopilot. All we do is just send traffic to one link, and that's all that we do. So Garrett, let's get started. Maybe I know that a lot of people that are watching this right now maybe have seen you before or maybe have heard about you, but for those that didn't, maybe tell us a little bit about yourself. How did you get started in the industry and what kind of got you to where you are today?
Sure. Yeah. So some years back, I was going to college. You know, like a lot of people, you know, they're taught, you know, go to school, get good grades, you know, all the typical stuff, and I just wasn't passionate, you know, about my studies and all this stuff, and I actually I mean, it was a hard decision, but I actually dropped out of college, and you know, it led me to basically, you know, having a job as a waiter. Because I needed a way to have the money coming in to pay off the bills. And I just was scared because, you know, you often think, okay, go to college, get a job, you know, that, and then you take that away and now there's no plan B, you know? So it's kind of like, okay, what am I going to do with my life? You know, I was in my early 20s at the time, and I was scared. You know, I had bills were piling up, you know, debt collectors were calling. I was in debt from the school that I couldn't pay off, and I was just scared. And you know, I knew deep down that I didn't want to do the typical, you know, work a job 40 years, being in office, that whole thing. I had started seeing some people online, this was right around like kind of the internet marketing and people making money online. I was starting to see it. I was starting to see people, posting they were making money online. The seed had been planted, but I had no idea how to do it. I had
Mm-hmm.
never done sales. I had never done, marketing, any of this stuff. And but I knew people were doing it. And so that was the seed that kind of planted. But of course, until I found kind of a few things that we'll talk about, I was completely overwhelmed with all the conflicting things out there.
Yeah, there's a lot of information out there, and some of it is very good, but some of it is not so good. So it's pretty confusing. So
Right.
let me ask you this. So obviously that's a tight spot to be in your 20s, to have debt collectors and bills piling up and you feel like you have no rails because you dropped out of college. So how did you eventually, like, I mean, obviously by some path you found my marketing campaigns and you started using them. And by the way, for those of you that are watching this, I've never met Garrett. We haven't, he's not my high school buddy or anything. We don't live in the same town or anything. He just like you're watching this video right now, I mean, maybe you found a video of me. How did you find my marketing system?
Well, so I, slaving around as a waiter, barely making ends meet. I mean, measly little tips, hating my life, coming home at the end of the day, so exhausted. And, I was tired, I was hungry. And I remember just early, or late until the night, I guess, or early in the morning, I was just pecking around online, searching for answers. I remember going to Google, typing in how to make money online. I would go to YouTube, ways to make money from home. Maybe some of the viewers can relate. You start kind of searching this stuff, just looking for answers. And, at first you get bombarded by all this, different information, and a lot of people, they're not really making any money, but they're trying to teach you how to make money, which is
Mm-hmm.
what I found as well. So you kind of get led down this whole rabbit hole. But I finally, I realized that something had to change. I had invested my hard-earned money into tons of different things that promised the world I'd get involved that never delivered. And I was really frustrated and almost about to give up. And then I kind of came across the idea that you could use a system.
Mm-hmm.
Because prior to that, I was going through training and I was going through all these courses and just, getting overwhelmed by information, info overload. And I remember they were saying that, most times when you want to make money online, you need traffic, you need clicks to an offer, a product,
Mm-hmm.
and you also need to follow up with those people, because most people will not see an offer in front of them and decide to buy right away. They need a few days or, some time to make a decision. So I started realizing that, holy crap, there's all this stuff that you usually have to learn. I mean, there's, and I'm not technical, I don't know about you, but I don't know how to figure out how to code and do all this website stuff. So, they're saying you have to make your own website and then you have to try to sell. And then some of these people, these mentors, quote unquote, I tried to learn from, they're like, oh, you got to get on the phone and try to sell people on the phone. Well, I'm an introvert. I don't like talking to a lot of people. It drains me. And so the idea that I have to be on the phone all day when deep down my goal is freedom, I just wanted to really just relax on the beach while money's depositing into my bank account. I mean, if I'm honest. And so to hear that I have to be on the phone or I have to learn sales, all of that was so overwhelming. And that's when I finally started to kind of come across things like with what you're doing now.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, and I agree 100%. It is overwhelming, 100%. And for those of you that are watching, if you ever try to promote anything and you're not using email follow-up, you're not using the right type of websites, I don't know if that's gonna go anywhere. And that's, I've experienced that myself, just like Garrett said that he's experienced that himself. I mean, the landscape has changed. It's not like 10, 15 years ago you could just send some traffic to an affiliate offer and everything takes, people just buy. Now people need follow-up and all this stuff. So how did you find that my systems were different? What is different about them for those of the people that are watching this that maybe are not aware of what the system is?
Right. So I started learning that, that, okay, you need a website, you need to follow up with people. Now with the online age, there's things like follow-up emails that can go out to people and follow up. Okay, that's a little bit more automated. Maybe that can happen while I'm not there and achieve more of my goal, which I liked. But again, I'm not, great at sales. And even at the time, I was even worse. And, I didn't want to spend all this time. I was trying to do the waitering job. And I wanted a way that I could just plug into something that was already done for me and just focus on getting clicks. If I could just get clicks to a link, which, posted on social media, using a few proven strategies, it's not that difficult when you really just focus on, a few things a day. So what happened was, I remember you had, a marketing campaign, a marketing system in the past. And I saw some of the people I was following online talking about this. I actually came across the video on YouTube, and it resonated. People were sharing their results. They were sharing these testimonials. I mean, you had single mothers getting results. You had people, in their late, 70s, they're 18 years old. I mean, people from around the world just plugging in and making money. And it caught my attention. And I thought, you know what? The bills are piling up. I'm only getting older. I'm not going to go back to college. I'm not going to get stuck in this thing that I don't want to do for years. What's the worst that can happen, right? Let me just get started. Let me take the risk, and let me just try it, right? Worst case scenario, I go back to what I'm doing, but if nothing changes, nothing changes. So I got started with the other campaign you had in the past, and just following what you shared, right? Which is so simple. Set up the system, set up the streams inside, the different income streams, and send traffic or clicks to a link, right? Once it's set up, just send clicks. And just doing that, suspending my disbelief, suspending my ego, just following the footsteps of all the other successful people from around the world, I had a $30,000 month. $30,000 month. I wouldn't make that in a year slaving on my feet all day at Chili's, okay, the restaurant that I worked in Texas when I was a waiter. I wouldn't make that virtually in a year, and I made that in 1 month, 30 days, using your marketing system. So once that light bulb happened, I mean, it changed everything.
100%, man. And obviously, for those of you that are watching, I'm not guaranteeing that you're gonna, we're not guaranteeing that you're gonna earn 30,000 in a month. I could give you the best campaign in the world, but if you don't do anything with it and you don't send traffic to it the way I show you, nothing is gonna happen. So first of all, big congrats, Garrett. And by the way, he did this.
Thank you for your.
We've never, I haven't got involved in anything that he's doing. He just literally plugged in. And when we say set up, when he says set up the system, I literally mean just copy and paste a few affiliate IDs into a page and hit submit. That's what we're talking about. There's no coding.
No, there's no
APIs. There's nothing like that.
Right.
Like very, very simple. I've made it because I'm aware of these types of problems that people have, like Garrett is mentioning here, that it's too complicated. There's too much going on. You need to set up a site. You need to set up a members area. You need to send out emails. Not just one. The days of sending one email a day are, they're a long, long way away from us. You need to send multiple emails a day. And the emails need to be good, not just any emails. It's not just send an email. So I've created this so members just like Garrett and many, many other members can plug into it, like the single moms that you just mentioned and other members, and they can just use something that actually works. I obviously tested myself. I've made money with it too. I don't even remember how much I made in the previous one. It was a lot, but let's not get into that. But 30,000 in a month as a member. How many times, Garrett, you can probably talk about this. How many times have you signed up to a course where they give you like an 800-page manual, and maybe the guy that sold it to you or the gal that sold it to you, they're making a ton of commissions, a ton of sales and stuff. But what are you making as a member?
Nothing.
Not much.
Nothing, because you can't. Yeah, you can't ever finish all the setup and the information and all the different complicated things, and that's another thing that just got me. So because confession to make, but I'm lazy, and I don't want to work hard, and I like easy passive things. And when you tell me you can send clicks, just get people to click a link, and that's all I have to do, and you can do it as little as 15 minutes a day. I mean, if you just focus on a couple methods that you teach, and it's incredible. That's all you have to do, and everything else is taken care of.
Yep.
I mean, why would you not do it? And that's right. And that's really what. Yeah.
100%, man, 100%. So let's talk about the recent results right now, because I have a brand new marketing campaign that I've literally just released. At the time that we're recording this, it's only been 18 days. You guys better be sitting down for this because you're about to hear some pretty incredible digits. So Garrett, how much did you make in the last 18, just the last 18 days? Guys, not even 3 weeks, just 18 days.
So just using your new system, I've been able to generate over $20,000 in just 18 days of using your new system.
You guys better be absorbing this because this is some pretty incredible stuff.
And I still pinch myself. And it's still, even when I say that now, it's coming from where I came from. It still blows me. Like I'm smiling because I can't even believe that's real. I mean, it's.
Let me ask you this: has making this kind of money, how has it impacted your personal life? Like what's different now that wasn't there before?
Well, I mean, having pure freedom, absolute freedom. Now, I know maybe a lot of people watching this, they're led to this because they want to maybe spend more time with loved ones. I have some great friends, and the ability to just, like you mentioned, I'm in Brazil right now. I'm on an island with there's 42 beaches here, beautiful white sand, crystal clear blue water. And on a Monday afternoon, a friend can message me and I can just go to the beach, relax, and still this business is working in the background. I wanted to travel. I've been to Colombia, I've been to Brazil, I've been to all over United States. I'm a single guy, the dating life in Latin America. I mean, it's absolutely incredible.
I should come down for a visit. There. Holy crap. I mean,
yeah, you got my invite, man. You're welcome to come. I can show you around, but it's absolutely incredible. And I mean, it's 6 Saturdays and a Sunday. I mean, there is no work. I wake up, I get some clicks to my link, I close my laptop, and then I think, what fun thing do I want to do today? I started Muay Thai, I started Jiu-Jitsu recently. I've always wanted to study that. I do it every afternoon, private classes. So it's like, I have time to focus. When I was working as a waiter, I barely had time to eat a couple meals in the day, let alone follow my passion. So, I mean, I'm truly grateful for you and your system and this community. That's another thing, inside the community. I mean, there's so many people winning and helping. And I mean, it's just absolutely incredible. You're never alone, which is what I love. You always have answers, and it's just incredible.
Oh yeah, it's a community of like-minded individuals. We're all working towards a shared goal, which is more freedom, more time. For me, as an example, I don't want to, go too much into, because I mentioned this pretty much on every video, but for me, it's really important to see my child grow. I have a 11-year-old now, and I've seen parents that they barely know their kids. It's like unbelievable. It's like you're never going to get this time back, right? So whether it's, and talking about private lessons, I have a private Kizumba teacher, also from Colombia, pretty cool girl and stuff. So it allows you to do this kind of stuff, where Garrett can do private lessons when it comes to martial arts and stuff like this. Like you watching this right now, is there stuff that you want to do that you maybe can't do right now because of time restrictions or fund restrictions or money restrictions? Obviously, there's no guarantee of any sales. These results are not typical. Garrett doesn't do typical things in his business. If you follow what I show you in the members area, that's not typical stuff. Your job is basically to get the system set up. And by the way, we haven't even touched on this. All the commissions that Garrett has made so far, how much of that do you need to send me, or is this 100% commissions program?
That's the other incredibly rare, amazing benefit of this whole thing is it's 100% commissions, and other things you have to give away, all this percent of your sale. You do the work, you get the traffic, you go out there, and then you have to give away a portion of your money to the product creator or the people. I mean, it's incredible, and it's instant. A lot of the income streams, you can get the money instantly, which is another whole thing. So it's like, there's so many benefits of doing this. I mean,
you keep all the money, essentially, all the sales that come in, you keep 100% of the commissions, and there's multiple income streams, not just one. And that's the other thing that's kind of different about this. I mean, I'm sure, Garrett, you've had the experience in the past where you try to promote something, and best case scenario is you make one commission. What's the best case scenario with my marketing campaign is you get more than one, right?
Exactly. Because you're leaving money on the table. You know, if someone's interested and they're hungry and they're motivated and they see an amazing opportunity in front of themselves and they think, you know what, I resonate, I'm doing this. Well, if you present them with other incredible resources, maybe traffic, maybe, you know, whatever, then they could easily take advantage of those other offers, those other opportunities. And that could be money that you're making on top of that one product, you know? So when you have multiple things, I mean, multiple different income streams, you know, every day is an exciting thing to wake up, you know, you check your phone, you check your email, and you just see, congratulations, you made another commission, and you don't even know you don't even know the people. I mean, it's just coming in. It's kind of a from the sky, you know, these $2,000 commissions. It's
Yeah,
amazing.
it's there's one thing I've heard recently that there's people who no matter what they do, they just don't know how to start making money. And there's
Right.
people who no matter what they do, they just can't stop making money. You're one of
Basically,
those
yeah.
that now you're at the category where you just can't stop making money. It doesn't matter what you do on a daily basis, it just keeps coming in, keeps coming in, keeps coming in. But how does that happen, guys? How does that happen? Because I can tell you, I wasn't always in the second category.
Yeah.
Now I'm at the point where I am in the second category, and Garrett is the same way. But you do that by surrounding yourself with people that are already where you want to be. People who have
Yes.
already figured it out. No matter what is it that you want to do in this life, whether it's making money or whatever else it is, if you surround yourself by people and be around your people, and how do you do that, by the way, with making money? How do you do that? Well, there's a link in the description that you can use and get yourself over to the system, get started, check it out, go through the webinar, make sure to set up your income streams and start sending traffic the same way I show you. And by the way, the traffic that you can send to this is, you can be 100% free traffic. Like I teach you exactly how to do it step by step, click by click. It's not complicated. Like Garrett said, 15 to 18 minutes a day. Then you
Yeah.
close the laptop and go hang out with your friends on the beach, wherever you want to do it. So it's incredible. I mean, I could never imagine myself ever going back to a regular job. It's just never going to happen, ever. What about you?
No, and that's the thing, you know, a lot of people they think I think they think because this is what I used to think, you know, making money online is some mystical, magical thing, and they couldn't even imagine it. But once you realize it's just a skill, you know, just like playing basketball or I mean, any basic skill that you learn, you know, with practice you get better, and then once you master it, once you learn it, I mean, you have it for life, and that's the thing. I mean, now that I've learned these skills, you know, using your system, and it's just amazing. You know, the sky's the limit, and I'm so excited to see what the future is. And anyone watching this can get started and can become the next success story. You know, I'm not special. I was a C student, college dropout. Um, you know, never did sales, never did anything like this, but I just followed one. If I have to pat myself on the back, one thing I'm good at is I just listen to someone that has the results I want and I do it. I don't
Mm,
question it. I don't, oh, but what if that? I just do it.
mm,
Speed of implementation. You know, you
100%.
set up, you know, I followed your webinar. Obviously, you're getting results. Obviously, the testimonial, everyone's getting results. Let me just do what you say. No questions, no, but this, but just do it. And the faster you do that, the faster the results. And that's one thing I have going for me. I think that maybe some other people, which you totally could, but I think that's what separates me is I see it and I do it. You know, I don't wait. And that's I think crucial.
100%, man. 100%. Implementing, again, for anyone that's watching this, I could give you the best campaign in the world for making commissions. It, in fact, might as well best be the best program in the world
Right.
for
You
making
have
commissions.
given them the
But
yeah.
here's the thing: you do need to. First of all, there is ways that I help you myself to generate the traffic. Number one, by showing you how to do it, and number two, by also, you see this video case study that you're watching right now as an example. You could leverage some of my videos to be able to generate traffic, just like a lot of the members have been doing. And there's other ways of doing it too, so you're not constrained to one way of generating traffic as long as you get visitors to your link. But we're not going to get too technical about that right now, because everything is explained again in the link just below. If you just click the link below, it's going to take you over to the webinar. Watch it from beginning till the end, because this could be the one thing that will put you on a completely different financial path. Just like Garrett, wouldn't you say that just one video you watched or one system you encountered, one campaign that you've encountered has literally changed the path of where you're going in life?
Absolutely. I mean, I'm scared to kind of think about where I would be, just still in that restaurant in that small town, just dreaming of, Brazil or these things and never actually experiencing it. And I mean, it was simply a decision, one decision. Most people are just one decision away from your complete, because it's a ripple effect, right? You make a decision to sign up with the system, you set it up, you send traffic. Okay, you get your first sale. Now you believe it's possible. That one sale trickles off to more sales, more sales. Now maybe you quit a job you don't like. Now, hey, I have enough money. I've always wanted to go to Mexico. Now you're in Mexico. Now you meet this person. So it just trickled. But if you never make that one little decision, I mean, you could be on your deathbed when you're 90, looking back with regret, thinking, man, what if I just joined through that link? What if I just got started?
Never. Could be just a link click away, man. Just one click. Right. And for everyone watching, there's a link in the description. Of course, you want to click that to go check it out. So to wrap it up, Garrett, let me ask you this: if you could literally go back in time, if we could push a button and you could go back and talk to your earlier self, Garrett, for a lot of you maybe watching right now, you're on the fence, you're not sure, maybe you've even tried programs before, you're like, this doesn't work, I'm not making any money in this. This is different because in this program, I'm literally the one rolling up my sleeves and doing the work on your behalf, just like I do for Garrett, just like I did for many other members, and I'm doing that every day. And you can leverage this. I'm sending out the emails on your behalf. I'm running webinars on your behalf. I created the members area on your behalf so your members can have a place to go to. I send out emails with your affiliate links multiple times a day on your behalf. And when a commission comes in, any income stream that you have set up, that commission goes to you, just like Garrett is. I mean, $20,000 in 18 days. Do you understand the scale of this, guys? Like, I used to work a regular job. I'm not going to name the company, obviously, but it's basically the equivalent of AT&T in the States up here in Canada. And in a year, I would not make, in US dollars, it would be the equivalent of about 30,000 a year. In a year. And Garrett has done that in 18 days. 18 days.
Amazing.
Like, it's unbelievable. And by the way, we're just getting started. Not to mention that this is just the beginning, because now is the time where everything is, I'm still developing it into the real system that it's eventually going to be. So if in 18 days, the first 18 days, he was able to do 20,000, Garrett, man, I don't even know what the future holds for you. Like, we're talking, 50, 100K months at this point. Like, this is ridiculous.
Yeah. I mean, it's just incredible. And like you said, if I could share anything to people, I would just say that, really think about it this way. And this is what kind of helped me. It's what's the worst thing that can happen, right? Mm-hmm. That's what I always like to use to get myself motivated. It's like, okay, worst case scenario, what would happen? And chances are your life, you have two things, right? Either you do it and it didn't work. Okay. You're one of the, hundreds of case studies, hundreds of positive testimonials, for whatever reason, didn't work for you. Okay. You learn something new. You got some amazing value. Other option, you do it. You use the exact system that I'm using. And that's what I want to cover too, is the fact that we're not doing anything different. A lot of people, I remember I used to watch these case studies back, before I started, making commissions and things. And I used to always think, okay, yeah, they're saying that, but they're probably, there's a secret traffic source they're not sharing. Or, okay, they're giving me that website, but I'm sure they're using a different website, a different. You can see in your YouTube channel, you're the creator, you're using the exact, like I can click the link in your description on your YouTube channel and go, and it's the exact same website that I'm using. Yep. And so we're all using the same exact system that's converting incredibly well, constantly being tested, constantly being improved. So, I mean, unless the universe has it out against you, right? Which I don't believe it does. You send traffic, you're going to make sales, right? I mean, it's that simple. And so get away from the idea that, oh, that guy's, because I used to think, oh, maybe they're lucky, or we're using the exact same websites, the exact same follow-up, the exact same system. And then the only thing you have to do is learn how to get clicks to your link, which again, inside the system. You share amazing methods to do that very easily in a few minutes a day. So if you're working a job, if you have a couple kids or a family, you can still find 15 minutes a day to make a post or to share something online, and you get people to click a link. So I mean, it's really a no-brainer. Again, I mean, it's just like, we can't all be lying, we can't, all these testimonies. I mean, you can see their names. I'm a real, look me up on Facebook, like I'm a real person. We're not, I mean, that's what I would say. Just I mean, if I can go back,
suspended
exactly,
disbelief, and just
take action. Just try it. That's all. Yeah, just try it.
Yeah.
And from there you'll know. But by that point, you'll be so excited by the results flooding in, and I mean, you'll
100%.
You'll be
100%.
Yeah.
It's really exciting. I'm excited because for me to see that clearly the campaign is not just working for me. And by the way, my results, again, I'm not saying that you're going to make the same amount that Garrett is making. I'm not saying that you're going to make the same amount that I'm making, but there comes a point where if we're all using it and it's working and we're generating some big numbers, the only variable becomes you. So it's not the
Right.
system anymore. It's not about whether the system works, the campaign works. There's too many testimonials to say otherwise. So if you can follow instructions, simple instructions, and you can do just 3 things. There's 3 steps to making this work. Number 1 is you need to click the link below and go watch the webinar. It explains everything. I know you're full of questions right now, and I know we've covered a lot today, but the webinar is first of all going to answer all your questions. Number 2, you need to get set up. Clearly, if you don't get set up, if my system doesn't know your affiliate IDs, and how long does it take to get set up, by the way, Garrett? Like, is it like a long-winded 1-week-long process? What are we talking about here?
No, when I set up this new system, it took me about 10 minutes.
There we go.
10 minutes.
It's just literally copying, pasting some stuff, like affiliate IDs and things like this.
Yeah. And you have video tutorials. I mean, literally click by click. I mean, it's all, it's incredibly simple.
Pretty simple. Yeah, pretty simple. Like if you can copy and paste, that part is easy. And that's 10 minutes if you like take your time, right? Like if you're like watching the tutorial and everything.
I was watching some Netflix in the background.
A coffee next to you and you're like eating, some snacks and stuff. If you want to do it fast, it's literally like a 2-minute process, not even that. Just log into this website, get signed up, put your affiliate ID, you're done. And step number 3, which is the most important step, and again, I help you with that, just like I showed Garrett, just like I showed many other members, is turning on your commissions machine, essentially sending traffic to your link. Because again, you could get the best campaign in the world, but if you don't know how to get visitors to your link, or if you know but you don't do it, nothing is going to happen. It's almost like having the best restaurant in town, but you're not inviting people to come in. If you're not inviting people to come in, who's going to eat your steaks? Who's going to order your avocado salads, right? Like you need people to come in the door, and then let the staff essentially take over, which is me essentially. I'm the one that follows up with them and everything. So with that being said, I am absolutely blown away, Garrett. This is incredible. 20,000 in 18 days. That is still mind-blowing. And big congratulations. I know that it's only going to go up from here, and we're going to be looking at bigger and bigger numbers. And literally, we're just getting started, guys. We are just getting started. 18 days. 18 days. Like it's literally, it's not even been 3 weeks. So now is the time to get in on this. And any final words for the viewers, Garrett, before we sign off?
No, just thank you for watching, and I hope my story resonated with some people out there. I mean, this is, like I said, I've gone through the pain, the struggle. I mean, I've been on for a while. I've tried so many different things online, and this is what I wish I would have come across when I first got started, because it just gives you everything you need, and the community, which we didn't even really touch on, but there's just a massive community of people helping you, inside the group, and it's just incredible. Don't hesitate, go to the link, get started, and your future self will thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you, Garrett. I really appreciate you taking the time to do this today. Hopefully this gave our viewers the information that they needed to make an informed decision whether they want to get involved or not. And really, you can only do that after you click the link in the description and go check out the webinar. So thanks again. I appreciate your time. Thanks everyone for tuning in, and we'll see you guys on the next video and inside the system, inside the community. And as I say in every video, nothing would make me happier than to see you, the person watching this right now, to see your testimonial inside the group, just like Garrett and just like all the other members that I've been posting pretty much on a daily basis, all the different testimonials. So thanks again. Bye for now. We'll see you guys on the next video.